Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the detectives track a serial killer to a popular bordello. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations. Before we kick off our 100th episode, I'd like to thank all the listeners who tune in to the Happy MonsterCast, and especially those of you who have sent comments and feedback. All of you make the work of producing the show worthwhile. Thank you from all of us Happy Monsters. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast, hard-boiled detectives Philip Marlowe and Victor Shaw run a 2-bit detective agency on Chicago's West Side, trying to stay one step ahead of the Moran and Capone gangs, with help from urban adventurer and vigilante Jack Mallard, drifter Eli Harrington, and patent scientist Dr. Humboldt Harrison. A serial killer is stalking Chicago, and the detectives must follow their trail to a popular bordello. Who is the Pantser Killer? Let's recap. So the gang war in Chicago has continued and escalated between the North Side gang and the South Side outfit, with Moran's Northsiders and Capone's Southsiders both dipping into the occult to try to get an edge over the competition. You know that both sides seem to be experimenting with advanced variations of red rum, turning some of their minions into hides. And there also have been rumors about some kind of a scheme involving the Black Line, the elevated train that picks you up when you die. But exactly what's going on with that is still unclear. So you've been watching the news to try to figure out what might be going on with this. And last Monday, there was a particularly grisly murder. A man beaten to death and left with his trousers down. Not a signature of either mob, as far as you know. The man's name was Honus James, and he was a businessman. And then Wednesday, a much less reputable individual, one Misha Froberg, was killed the same way, beaten to death into a bloody pulp and found with his trousers down. I would like you to make, he was identified as a known criminal, but I'd like you to make common knowledge rolls to see if you know anything else about him.
Okay. So the first guy's name was Honus what?
First guy's name was
Honus James?
Yes. And Honus James you haven't really heard of previously, although you could certainly try to do some research on him. That's a notice roll. Your common knowledge roll was better. So you trip over your chair. You trip over your chair, but you do know a little bit about this guy. And Humboldt, for reasons that will be amusing, knows quite a bit more. So you've heard of this Misha guy, and specifically, you've heard of him as a pimp who runs girls for Ike Bloom.
Okay.
Yep. And Ike Bloom runs a notorious brothel and nightclub called Midnight Frolics, which is right about here, just north of Chinatown. That is in Capone territory.
Okay.
And you believe that Capone probably has a stake in the club. It's a very popular club in addition to the services of the ladies and a very well-stocked bar. It also provides jazz, dancing, comedy shows, Broadway reviews, burlesque shows, you name it. This is a party kind of location. So the owner manager, Ike Bloom, has multiple deputies who take care of various things around the city for him. And so in Humboldt's case, possibly because he might be a regular there, that this Misha Froberg guy is one of Bloom's subordinate pimps.
Okay. All right. So maybe we should go to the nightclub, talk to Ike Bloom, and see what he has to say about the loss of his boy Froberg. And maybe get some more information about it. I mean, obviously, you beat somebody to death, that's one thing, but you yank his pants down, that's just rude. That's sending a message.
Okay. So you can head over to Midnight Frolics. It's open 7 days a week.
Yep.
And you're not in such bad odor with the Capone gang that it's going to present any problems getting into the club. So you're going to try to track down Bloom.
Right.
I'd like you to make persuasion rolls to talk your way through, and I'll give you a +1 on yours because you are a regular.
Okay. Persuasion is not my best, but I'll take the +1.
Anybody else can make persuasion rolls to try to get into, but that's good enough.
That's it's as good as I can expect.
You do a little networking around the bar, and they tell you Bloom is having a drink at a quiet table in one corner.
Does your spreadsheet add the edges and stuff, or do we have to put that on when we do the rolls?
It doesn't add streetwise because that's optional, but other edges should be added. Which one are you thinking of?
Oh, no, well, I have, where'd it go?
If it's an always...
I have streetwise that adds a +2 to persuasion in shady circumstances.
Yeah, so it doesn't add it automatically because it depends on whether your circumstances are shady or not.
Oh, okay. Are we shady?
This is a shady situation, yeah. You walk up to Bloom. See, he looks over. Humboldt, isn't it? I think I've seen you around here before.
It is. And you're one Ike Bloom, if I'm not mistaken.
Proprietor of this lovely establishment and beneficiary of quite a bit of your funds, if I recall correctly.
Well, man's got to spend his money on something, and this is a fine place. I like to give the girls a treat and, give them a taste of high-class living every now and again. Give them something to, compare the other clients to, unfavorably.
Well, welcome to the club.
Well, thank you. Hey,
who are your friends?
So I kind of look around and I say, well, your things are doing okay. Not too bad. I kind of expected that there might have been a little bit of disruption. What with your boy Misha Froberg taking an exit from the scene the way he did.
Yeah, I got some people out on the streets trying to dig into that.
Yeah.
Not that I don't have another dozen just like him, but
yeah,
I don't like the trend on that. First, Honus, he was another regular like you. And now Misha makes me a little bit concerned. Maybe the Moran boys are moving in, or there's a new player on the scene.
It's funny you say that, Ike. Can I call you Ike? I feel like I can call you Ike.
I don't like being formal with my customers, sure, but hopefully you can introduce me to your friends here.
yeah, so I make introductions, and we're all here to have a nice time, relaxed conversation.
He calls one of the girls over and says, "Yeah, bring these gentlemen whatever they'd like to drink."
Well, thank you. This is going to be a nice convivial evening. It's funny you should mention. I mean, Moran muscling in. Well, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I mean, business being what it is. You got to be prepared for that. But boy, there's something about that. I mean, I could kind of see, if I can speak bluntly, I can kind of see Moran beating the guy down. I mean, and even taking it so far that he doesn't get back up, if you know what I mean. But the thing with the pants, that just strikes me as that's a step over a line. That just feels rude to me, and I just find that curious.
It is ungentlemanly, no question.
And Moran's a tough guy. Some people call him a thug. Some people call him a bruiser. He's certainly a businessman in his own way. But that kind of ungentlemanly behavior doesn't say Moran to me.
Well, you got an idea of who might be involved?
That's the thing. That's the funny thing. That there's new word that's going out, and wondering if there's some kind of a third player that wants to make a push that maybe Mr. Capone or Mr. Moran, might not be able to deal with, or might not have had to deal with up to this point.
I tell you what, he pulls out a case from his jacket, opens it up, and hands you a business card. You have any more information about this? Give me a call, and maybe I can arrange for a friend of the establishment discount.
Well, that'd be most welcome. Most welcome. So is there anything more to be gleaned here? I feel like Ike doesn't really have a.
You can make a notice roll to see if you think he's being straight with you.
A notice roll?
Yeah.
All right.
You're pretty sure he's being straight with you.
Okay. All right. So, unless anybody else has other ideas or questions to ask, we can take our drinks, take our ease, whatever, and then go begin investigations.
All right. So your investigation gets an additional hit because the following morning you read in the papers that one Lou Delfino has been found killed in exactly the same way. And you've met him, Humboldt. He is a bouncer and doorman at the Frolic.
So somebody is targeting the Frolic. A customer, a procurer, and a bouncer. Why that place? Why is that place being targeted? I mean, there are other speakeasies and other brothels.
Good question.
Oh. How about we go talk to the police about Lou Delfino's death?
Yeah, you can do that. I think Jack's got some connections there. You want to make a persuasion roll and see if you can get a leg in the door there?
Sure.
Police are not shady.
I am not persuasive.
Would you like to any of that? I notice you're getting a -1. Let me
Why am I?
let me see what's up with that. That's because you were wounded. So give me a vigor roll to see if you've recovered from that.
Guys, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Egads, I don't even know how long ago I was wounded.
Holy shit!
Wow. Look at that.
Well, that was your persuasion roll. So you actually got in the door with the cops. And your wound is gone.
So I get it good at the brothel, and you get good with the cops. I don't know what that says about us.
Yeah, it's Sergeant McClanahan. What can I do for you, gentlemen? I understand you're an associate of the lieutenant's friend, Marlowe.
Yes. Well, we have been visiting some of the brothels and other various businesses and establishments. And, you know about the Morans and the Capones and all that, but we think there's other stuff going on. And, like, I proceed to sort of share some of our exploits as of recent.
Well, that's all very interesting, but what brings you to the precinct?
Well, we're worried. Well, should I tell them about the dream thing with like the train thing? Should I talk about like what do you guys think I should?
Well, maybe ask about Lou Delfino first.
Yeah.
What
do you guys?
This is like the third. This is like the third Panzer victim here.
Right. So yeah, we've also like noticed victims and like this guy Lou Delfino, like the drop guys, like what's going on, like here's what we know.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I gotta say, the pants thing is weird, but the coroner's report's even weirder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all him and the other two. They're all kicked to death.
Kicked.
That's weird enough, but
Kick marks?
well, that's the thing. No, there's hoof marks.
Hoof marks.
Oh, like of what? Like what size hoof? Like a horse, a goat?
Well, that's even weirder. It's too small for a horse.
Does it look like a goat?
No, it's I don't know. You'd have to talk to the coroner to get details, but he said he hadn't seen anything like it in the city in a long time.
In a long time.
Okay.
How long?
Oh, he goes back a ways. He's been around since almost back as far as the fire.
Oh.
All right. How about, okay, why don't we pay a visit to the coroner, and let me take a look at the body, and then maybe with a science roll, I'll be able to know what kind of an animal did this.
Okay. So you pay a visit to the coroner. You're going to need to persuade him to let you in there as well.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Not so great. Yeah, the rest of you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
We're persuading again?
Yeah, my persuasion stinks, unfortunately. Ooh! Ouch. Wow.
I could Benny that.
Would that persuasion roll go any better with a 20?
Go we bribe him, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a +1 for a 20. That's significant in this era.
Okay. So, can I Benny that with the +1 then?
Yeah.
Oh, and I could have just hit the Benny button there. Oops.
Good thing you had the +1. Did you take your wound off, by the way?
Oh.
Doesn't look
Probably
like
not.
you did. Yeah. She says, yeah, this is weird. Really weird.
Mind if I take a look?
No, not at all.
All right.
He shows you the body. Says, here's the weird thing. I've seen men kicked to death by a horse more than once. But These hooves are cloven.
Can we get a cult roll on that?
You certainly can.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
And
thinking odd feet, like weird way of dying.
Okay. And with that science roll, can I identify the hoof pattern?
yeah, so you're looking at the hoof, and you see that what you're looking at there is not only a cloven hoof, but one with a dew claw. And normally, most cloven, you know from your biology training that most cloven-hooved animals have dew claws, but they don't normally make contact with the ground. But these did.
No, they're too high up.
And so there's a few species that do that. Deer, pigs, and mountain goats. So with your occult rolls, you've got a hint. And it's not goat. There are legends among certain Potawatomi tribes about the Skeshkiwe.
Say that again?
Skeshkawig?
Skeshikwe.
Skeshikawig.
Gesundheit.
Yes.
The legends are of a creature known in English as a deer woman. They are spiritual creatures that punish the sexually promiscuous or sexually voracious man.
Huh.
And they appear as beautiful women wearing long skirts to conceal their hooved feet.
Native American siren hoof people.
Right.
And this all seems to be happening at one club?
Well, not at the club, but in the general vicinity of the club.
But rather, patrons of the same club seem to be having issues?
In the neighborhood?
Yes. Well, one patron and 2 employees.
So
He says, here's the other weird thing. None of them were robbed. Except this last guy, they left his wallet, but they took his keys.
Huh.
I don't know what's
Okay, so
going on
the-
here, but there's some real sicko out there. That's all I can say.
Out of curiosity, are the hoof marks centered? Yeah, how do I want to ask this? Are there more hoof marks on the front than on the back?
It looks like it looks to me like whoever killed him knocked him to the ground and then pummeled him with this hoof thing.
So, a lot on the abdomen, not as many on the back.
Right. And the face.
Did the pants
chest.
look like they were messed up? Like, were the zippers and snaps destroyed on the pants?
Best guess is they were taken off post-mortem. And no, they weren't particularly messed up.
Any sign of sexual assault on the victim?
Sexual assault?
Where the victim is excited.
Well, I guess I'm asking, was the victim raped or damaged, either pre or post mortem?
Doesn't appear to have been, no, just trampled into the ground, really, or smashed into the ground.
No, I was thinking more that the victims got assertive and were punished for it.
Oh, see, I was thinking that the victims were assaulted to punish them for the way that they had assaulted other people. But I guess, but if not, then the pulling the pants down was just a kind of ritual humiliation thing, not purely as a means to get access to enact some kind of a physical revenge.
According to the Potawatomi legends, the deer women would lure their targets away with their beauty and then trample them to death.
Huh.
Yeah, wouldn't have gotten to the point of taking off the stuff and getting
Okay.
because he would have been killed before that happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my concern here is that if this Shesquig took the keys of the bouncer, then this may be a prelude to getting access to other sexually promiscuous or sexually unacceptable men, in which case there's going to be a whole lot of stomping over at the frolics.
So I have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
One is, the booze was pretty good over there, and a stakeout might not be a bad idea. Somebody could kind of chill inside the bar and take a look and see if there is a lady leading men out at the end of the night.
Somebody new, because this is a new thing. Some new person that's shown up. Okay,
And that's
as
the other
tribute.
thing is let's
You volunteer as tribute, did you say?
Yeah, yes.
maybe we go back and talk to your buddy and see if he's hired on any new waitresses or entertainment.
Sure. Or if he's noticed anybody new that seems particularly keen on, I don't know, stomping people. yeah. So let's head on back. I mean, I'm enough of a regular there that me being there and hanging out and just sort of chilling would not attract any undue attention. Actually, this raises an interesting question. Since I am kind of a regular there, would I notice if there were a new, exceptionally beautiful woman with long skirts?
Well, nobody. There are so many women in this place; it would be very hard to keep track of them all. Ike probably can't identify them all.
But okay,
But the long
there's bound to be a
skirts
lot of
might
beautiful women,
be
but the ones with long skirts, that's the
The
key.
long skirt might
Most
be
of
a
them are
cue.
going to be pretty scantily clad.
In other
Yeah.
words, not a short skirt and a long jacket.
We're looking for a librarian, not a flapper.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Which I don't judge. I mean, if that's your kink, that's fine. But
I like 'em both.
Points for the cake
whatever.
reference.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm going to penny that.
Thank you. All right. Happy midweek.
There you go. Woo, nice. So yeah, let's head on back and do a little stake out a little observation here.
Okay. So I'm going to put you in Midnight Frolics here. Are you going to
There's also
tell?
kind of
Are you going to tell Bloom about this?
We can ask him if he has any new girls that don't like to show their legs.
All right. So you arrive, and you're actually having a hard time tracking Bloom down. He seems to be. He's not in the main space here as you arrive.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. We'll put you into We'll put you in the. Have you go in through the cloakroom here. So he's not in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I ask around and ask if anybody knows where he is.
Okay. Give me a persuasion roll.
Also with +1 as last time.
Yes.
God, my persuasion just stinks, gentlemen.
You can also make notice rolls to see if you see anyone fitting the description.
I think that's my better bet. Right. That's better.
So it's a little bit of time, but you see a beautiful woman with reddish brown hair and a long skirt descending the staircase right here.
Okay. Alone or?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mosey on over and confident that there's not a woman in the place who would find my attentions unwelcome. Say, okay, this is a Potawatomi legend.
Yes.
Okay. So do I know how to say hello or how you doing in Potawatomi?
That would be an academics roll, and I'm going to put a significant disadvantage on it.
I do not have academics, so let's just do that as a...
So it'd be an untrained roll at an additional -2.
All right. My hope here is that merely attempting to say something in Potawatomi is going to make her give the game away.
That is a remarkably good roll. She looks at you, kind of looks you up and down. I don't have time for you. And she proceeds out into the space here. And then she heads back here, which you know is the direction to the ladies' room. And the men's room.
All right. So I go back and I tell the fellas, look, I just said hello to her in Potawatomi. And, because if she's a Potawatomi spirit, then she would have recognized it. If she had been anything else, she would have just said, huh? What are you talking about? Whatever. But what she said was, I don't have time for this. And then she, made for the hallway over there. I think that's our dear woman. That's our spirit.
Yep, you're right.
All right, so what are you going to do?
So does that room have a window?
That room does not have a window. And when you arrive, if you go after her, as you enter that space, you see a panel sliding shut on the back wall here.
All right. So this is the hallway to the men's room and the ladies' room, right?
Yes, but there appears to also be a door back there that you were not previously aware of.
Okay. So I mean, obviously, since I've been here before, I would be very familiar with the hallway leading to the bathrooms.
Right.
But I go over and I inspect this and see if there's a way that I can open this up.
Give me a repair roll. What are the other two of you doing? Are you following him in there?
I'm going to help and try to bash the thing open. Well, yeah, I'll try to bash the thing open. Or
hang on a second. I might not need it to be bashed.
No, you don't. You find a catch, and when you depress the catch, the door slides open, revealing a staircase leading down. So that means you're over here. What are you doing, Jack?
Ordering a martini and following.
Okay, so you follow with martini in hand, as befits your icon there.
Oops. Okay, so the downstairs is this area over here.
Yes.
not sure we want to use loud weapons if we're going to take her out.
Well, you wouldn't be carrying any long weapons in any case, so no Tommy guns or anything. But anything concealable, you could potentially be packing.
Right, so pistols, knives, clubs, yeah. Yeah, my vote is
Scott,
just
how do I get
shatter
over
all
there?
our bones.
Where are you?
I'm out here in the other room.
Yeah, you want to be back here, go through the door, and head down the stairs.
Oh, all right. I thought okay. So I'm here at the stairs. Should it be teleporting me over to the other part of the map?
Should be, but if it's not, give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be able just to talk her out of this campaign of murder that she's on, or at least find out why she's picking on these people.
Are you following him down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the woman down the hall. She opens a door and goes in and closes the door behind her.
I follow.
Okay. You get about to here, and she opens the door again and comes out. And then, kind of seemingly oblivious to you, starts heading down the hall to the next door.
Okay, so I call out to her and I say, hey, we need to talk. We need to talk about what you're doing.
What is it that you think I'm doing, scum? I know you're kind. I know men like you. I am not here for you, and you should be glad of that.
Well, okay. I'm going to let the scum thing go. All right. I understand, tempers are running a little bit high, so I'm going to let that one slide.
Well, apparently she thinks you are a sexually promiscuous or voracious man.
Well, I mean, granted, I am a sexually voracious man. I mean, I have appetites and whatever, but I mean, I will say that every one of, everybody I have ever consorted with was either willing to be compensated. So, I mean, there's no victims here.
Well, that may be why she doesn't have time for you.
Is that actually what you say?
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm like, hey,
there is a victim here. And that is why I'm here.
Who is the victim? Help, what? Who are you? Whose victimhood are you avenging?
I'm not here for revenge. I am here for my beloved.
And who is that? Maybe we can help you. Maybe we can put all of this behind you and assist you, and so that you can, go in peace.
She is a skeshkiwe like me. A this is a tough one. Skeshkiwe, like me. And the foul creatures here have imprisoned her.
Okay, so if we let her go, will you leave these guys alone and vacate the premises?
I am here only for her. If you get in my way,
okay,
you will suffer the same fate as the others.
But if we help you find her and help you free her, then you and your beloved can go on your way.
Why would you help me?
Because we don't want to escalate further violence with these guys or this establishment or the guy that owns it.
Right.
Because it's the right thing to do.
They deserve all the violence that I care to bring to them. But yes, it is the right thing to do to free them. I would free every woman here if I could.
All right.
Okay. So let's start with freeing your beloved. All right.
Yeah.
So let me do. These are magical creatures, right? So detect Arcana would probably give me a hint as to where the other wood spirit was being held, or deer woman spirit was being held, right?
It certainly couldn't hurt.
All right. Here comes a detect Arcana.
And I'm gonna do a cult to see if I can see.
Look at that.
Details.
Okay, so you fire up your Arcana, but go ahead. You might want to make the occult roll anyway, though.
Okay. I'm just thinking, do we see any markings? Is there a weird? Am I seeing auras and shit? Am I hallucinating? What's going on?
Nice roll.
Okay, so Jack, you've done a little digging on Deer Women about the legends.
It always helps for research.
as
Eli
has
pulls out a
Eli.
tincture of shrooms.
And
Tincture
You
doesn't
suddenly
drop
see
or fall.
visions.
Yeah, my eyes like dilate.
and so you know that one of the ways that, according to legend, you can trap a deer woman is one of the elements of trapping them is tobacco smoke.
Oh, perfect.
Lots and lots of tobacco smoke.
Guys, pull out your cigs. It's gross,
she
but
might-
it works.
She might not look real friendly on that if you're trying to trap her.
No. We're okay. So
Did you say
between
track or trap?
Trap.
to
Trap with
so
a
like
P.
so if you burn tobacco leaves like incense, it's like a magical smoke trap for
Yes.
the deer woman.
At least there's more to it than that, you think, but that's part of the process.
Okay.
Because
So
I know she's here. She is not on any of the upper floors. I was in the
Okay.
process of searching these rooms.
all right, so between the detect arcana, which might help us like sort of directionalize, and also just smelling for tobacco smoke with this knowledge from the occult, can we zero in on this a little bit better?
Well, you'd have to check all the rooms, and they're...
But
So I will check this one now.
All right.
People are smoking, but yeah, it would be in a higher
Right.
concentration of the other.
She cracks
Well,
the
there's
door
four
open.
of us now.
There's
We
a-
can open more doors.
There's a scream,
Okay.
Sure.
and she comes out again and says, "Not here."
Okay. I opened this door up here, and
There's a young lady lounging in a chair. Hey, I wasn't expect you weren't on my schedule, Humboldt.
Janice, I tell you, you look delicious, but I'm a little bit busy. Let me come back to you, okay, sweetie?
I was like a man with a big tip.
I'll give you more than the tip. All right, bye-bye.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wow, I'm gonna have to put an adult content warning on this podcast. That's all I have to say.
You didn't already?
Sorry, oh my God, we're in the basement of a brothel, knocking on bedroom doors. And what do you?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow. Okay. You just edit that out. Just edit that out.
tripping LSD, like, yeah, it's grand.
All right, so she
Here, let me
moves
give
on
you
down.
a little bit of extra dialogue to cover that up. I respect you highly, independent contractor. Okay.
Sole proprietors for the web.
Subcontractor, Janice.
I think they should probably be unionizing. Are you guys also checking rooms here?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
All right, so as you go along here, so this room, and this room also have ladies in them. This room has a very energetic couple who doesn't even notice when you crack the door open and peek in.
Good times.
no, that
This room's
happens.
empty. This room is empty, but larger than the other ones, and this one seems to be a prop closet.
Prop closet, you say?
Ooh, shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's in the prop
Best
closet?
don't ask.
Any weapons?
Don't ask.
Any strange Mary Poppins bags?
No weapons, definitely lots of strange things.
Perfect.
Okay. Do any of these rooms have like sort of false walls, like a false panel, like I saw up the hallway up there?
You could certainly check for them. Where do you want to start?
I grab the rubber chicken.
I think the prop
That's not
closet.
a chicken.
Ew.
Hey, Jung Soo.
Oh,
Hey,
hey, Jung
guys.
Soo's here.
Hi, Jung Soo. Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, just in time. Okay, all the other rooms that have people in them, I'm gonna not check those. But like
Okay.
the prop closet and the empty rooms.
All right, so
yeah.
I like everybody to give me notice rolls, and just for the sake of Jung Soo, I'm going to retcon you in here.
Oh God.
Yeah, Humboldt, you're distracted by the prop closet.
I recognize this. Why it's my old favorite.
Yeah, and Victor arrived and followed in a little bit late, so the group catches you up. You're following up on a series of grisly murders, which seem to be tied to this brothel Midnight Frolics. And you track them to an occult creature known as a deer woman. who has been basically luring men away with her unearthly beauty and then stomping them to death with her hooves.
Wow.
No,
And so you're currently engaged. She says that her lover is being kept captive here, another deer woman, and that she'll go peaceably if you free her. So she's searched the upper levels of the brothel already, and now you're searching the lower levels with her, and not doing that great. But Jack, as you're searching this room up here, it occurs to you that maybe they have a similar setup like the secret panel on the on the first floor, and you do find another door and another staircase over here.
Ooh, nice.
Bingo!
Okay.
Do I smell tobacco?
Make another notice roll.
Just Frank or all of us?
I'm not seeing any dice rolls.
Oh, they're coming.
Okay.
Yes, you totally do smell tobacco smoke from coming up from this below.
Okay.
I believe
let's
I've
get
got
'em.
something here, guys.
All
Okay,
right,
so
here we
you
go.
head down. The late arrival, our late arrival Victor heads down.
So where is this the other staircase?
It's under the staircase that you took before.
Oh, all right.
So you head down, and the dear woman starts to head down, and then says, I can't go any further than this. You must find her yourselves.
Oh, right, the tobacco.
The smoke, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's her name?
What would you
cannot-
like us to call you?
You may call me dear woman. My name is
Okay.
not pronounceable to your kind.
Right,
Okay.
but give us a message for your friend so that she'll know that we're coming from you. That she'll, that we're working with you.
There we go.
Should we just speak the same language like we did to find her?
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that.
You can tell her that you are here to return her
To her
to
lover?
the quiet brook near the tall pines.
Okay. To the
Okay.
quiet brook near the tall pines. Got it.
Point for tall pines.
Okay, so as you proceed in here, this is clearly the creepy section of the brothel.
Which again, don't judge.
It's on a scale of relativity, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
Is
as
there
you
like
work
a
your way
sing-along
down,
section?
these doors are barred.
I hope so.
These doors are barred.
Bard.
And as you come, yes, barred. So you can see in the rooms. And as you come to the last one on the left, you see a nearly identical woman, but with her skirt off, so that the deer feet are visible, and she is sitting disconsolately on the end of a large rumpled bed.
Okay.
She says, "Come in if you must."
Nope. Well, we might come in, but we are here to return you to the quiet brook near the tall pines.
Wait, you are? But I cannot leave this place. And she gestures to the walls. There are symbols painted in what appears to be ash around the room. And this is also where they are clearly pumping in tobacco smoke from somewhere.
And we need to get rid of those symbols. Okay, so Jack, you stopped and got a martini on your way down, right?
Yes.
So why not splash or spit some of that martini onto some of the symbols and wipe them away?
Well, one minor problem.
Let's get into the room first.
Yes, it is locked.
Wow.
Is there a lock on the bars?
There is a lock on the bars.
I have been
Well,
waiting
okay,
to
however-
try my lockpicks.
Oh, okay, excellent. You do the lockpick first, and then I'll do a repair.
That is a thievery roll. See, the icon even has lockpicks and everything.
Oh yeah.
And if I have the thief edged, is that a +1?
Yes.
All right. All right.
And that
Oh,
one is
boy.
built in. That one is built in.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, right, because we're doing naughty things consistently with it.
Well, no, it's just picking locks is a thief thing.
Yeah.
It takes you a few minutes, but you are able to crack the door open.
Nice.
And then you're able to splash your martini on the wall and rub out one of the symbols.
Is it a she can't walk on her own power, or she physically can't leave?
She basically can't walk.
So we could carry her out of there.
Yes. Could one of us strapping young bucks put her on our shoulder and carry her out of this room?
Probably. Make a strength check, whoever wants to do it.
Yeah, I'll help with that.
I'm not doing that.
I'm more of a brains kind of guy.
So I have a D6 in strength. Anybody
I have
beat
a
that?
D6.
I've got a 4. I've got a D4.
Not you.
Not in there. My stamina comes into play in other arenas.
Let's have Jack and Eli both roll.
I'm not complaining. 3 and 4.
There you go.
An arm
Okay, so
over each shoulder.
Yeah, between you, you're able to carry her out into the hall. And when you get her to the stairs, the two women embrace, and then the one who brought you here opens up her handbag, pulls out a long skirt, which the other woman promptly puts on. And the woman
I
that
just
you
happen to have on my person. I just carry it back up.
One set of clothing, yeah.
she might have
I think this was
anticipated this issue.
premeditated on her part.
Very
yeah,
much so.
part
Oh,
of,
yes.
Part of the rescue kit, you know.
So she says, the woman you rescued says, "My face is known here. How
Can I lend her a hat? Like, I mean, this is a time when we're all wearing hats, so
it is a
there's the
time when
hat.
you're all wearing hats, yes.
Right.
Hats, handkerchiefs.
Hat certainly is a possibility. Any other ideas?
Handkerchiefs.
Well, tell you
I
what,
haven't
how
been
about-
thrown out of a bar in a while. How about a big fat distraction?
Well, yeah, and how about we just go marching right out? You know, I'll put my arm around her and pretend that she's just one of the girls, and nobody will look twice at us. And maybe we can
why
just
is she
brazen our way
leaving,
to the
though?
door.
Yeah, just escort casual, right?
Yeah.
So Jack, do you want to do the distraction? What kind of a distraction are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to go up first, and I'll go over to the bar and order a few more things, and then, I don't know, pick a fight with somebody that's slightly bigger than me.
Okay. I would like you to make a... let's see. I would like the rest of you to make a stealth roll at +1.
Question.
Yes.
Can I, like, gesture with my fingers in an odd way and create an illusion near the bar of something ridiculous?
Absolutely.
Alright, so I'm gonna make some extinct, exotic, like, dodo bird-looking, weird peacock thing.
There's going to be a brawl
Oh my
and a
gosh.
rather splendid dodo bird.
Wow.
So then Victor and Humboldt, I'd like you to make your stealth rolls now at +2.
+2.
I think
All
I'm
right, here,
out the door regardless.
Here it comes.
I don't need the +2.
Well, it's whether
God,
whether
what
they
a
notice.
what
It's
a
still a
horrible
4.
roll.
Still a 4. Could be worse. Your women are doing well. So with those rolls and the distraction, you are able to make it out. Although Jack, you are banned from Midnight Frolics.
It's probably for the best.
Your martinis
I
are watered
will-
down anyways.
I will have to do the frolicking for you, Jack. I'll take that burden upon myself.
And so the women, as soon as they're outside, basically vanish into the night. And there are no more pants murdering.
Okay, and I call out to the night, "You're welcome."
Yeah, they're not very grateful. What can you say?
Well, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. Virtue is its own reward, I suppose.
Yeah, they weren't big fans of you anyway.
Well, hey, now, come on. I explained myself, and I thought I explained myself pretty well.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a little teaser for next time. Because next time, assuming we get everybody here, we are wrapping up Chicago.
All right.
Or at least we're starting to wrap up Chicago. We'll see how long it takes you. You're going to have, if you recall, a while back you looked into the murder of the assistant county assessor, Eldred Ringer.
Yep.
And you met a young woman named Rosa Bendix, who...
Ringer's not daughter?
Ringer's not... No, this was not Ringer's not daughter. This was one of the ladies at the burlesque parlor. And she remembers you, and she's coming back with some vital information and a problem. And that is where we are leaving it for this week. You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook as Happy Monster Press, at our website, happymonsterpress.com, Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow the podcast on YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iTunes, or Google Play Music. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-fi at ko.fi.com/happymonsterpress. Happy MonsterCast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This game references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, and characters' logos and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music, Ice Cold by Jason Shaw, and Soft Despair by Unheard Music Concepts.
Oh, for sure.